Talk. Thanks for joining us today. We're on the west side of Madison at Reubens Our Lifestyle. It's on Whitney Way, real close to Odana Road. We're kind of like Goldilocks here. We sit in this and we're like, it's a little too soft, this one's a little too, this one's just right.
This one's just right for me.
Yes.
This is
your go-to style. We've had this discussion many times, but we'll have it again. But we know Elise's style by now. We've got you pegged, girl.
See like the beautiful embellishments though, just like the small
I like these too.
That make it so unique.
Yeah, it is a really beautiful.
So in case you didn't gather, we're talking dining furniture today.
Yes.
There's so much at Reubens, but this time we're talking dining with their manager here, Adam White. So we will catch up with him and find out what's going on in their dining sale.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of talking dining because that is the place in your home where you get to eat. And we all know that I like to do that.
Well, and everyone congregates, and there's this commercial that I saw a couple days ago where the dining room table is really used for everything. It's used for homework, it's used for eating, it's used for gathering. It's like you use it every day for multiple uses, so why not make it something that you enjoy looking at?
Yeah, well, and that also fits your lifestyle because that part's important too. If you want this gorgeous, beautiful table, but if it's not going to be, if you have, 4 kids at home and a dog, probably you want to make sure it's durable too.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Because otherwise that'll be your gorgeous, beautiful table for 3 weeks.
That's true.
Yeah.
Good point. Speaking of kids, we'll also be catching up with Columbus Community Hospital, which is going to be a topic near and dear to your heart and belly.
And belly, yes, correct. Yeah, Columbus Community Hospital. So we're going to actually get the opportunity to talk with our marketing director and one of their physicians who's going to be joining us, who is an OB physician, family physician. And one of the things that I'm excited to learn a little bit about is a water birth.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you girls, ladies, have read anything about it, but it's kind of like
we've probably all heard a little something about it.
It's supposed to be more comfortable, you can adjust more easily, help the mother relax, things like that, right?
But is it
sounds
kind
nice.
of like, is it kind of a cool thing to do right now?
That's what I was kind of
I
thinking.
mean,
is
I hate to just put it out like that, but
right. I think
not?
it's the cool, all the cool people are having a water birth.
Not all of them, but
But I don't know. I guess it's kind of trendy.
It is,
I think
right.
it's been
I hate
around
to
a
say
while,
it like that, but
there are definitely upsides to it too.
Sure.
Right, yes.
I was kind of under the impression too that it's part of matching the environment for the baby as they leave the mother, and it's like a similar
they don't even
environment.
know they've been born.
They don't even know.
Just right into a pool of serenity.
Oh, can we stay that way throughout our lives, right?
Oh, that
sounds
would be
great.
So nice.
We'll be taking a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking about the dresses that some of us are wearing today, dresses made in the USA from Maisami in Hilldale. We'll talk with the owner, Casey Plash, right after this.
Hey folks, welcome to Girl Talk. We are enjoying ourselves on the west side today. We're here at Reubens Our Lifestyle. We're going to talk about dining furniture. And I always get in trouble when we talk furniture. They start shopping, but that's okay.
I'm in love with this table.
I know. Well, we've already had this discussion about the table components. Right now we're going to talk about dresses, and I also get myself into trouble here because Casey has a fabulous selection over at Maisami. She's in Hilldale, and we're so glad to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me back again.
So our conversation today is really going to be centered around products that are made in the U.S. So what do you think is the advantage of buying U.S.-made dresses and accessories? Let's talk about from a design perspective.
Sure. So we promote a lot that we do carry a lot of U.S.-made lines. We don't have all, but I really try to find as many as possible. And the advantage is that a lot of the designers are U.S.-based or even regional, so they have a much better idea of what their customers actually want, and that has a lot to do with then how flattering, how practical it is for where you are. So these are really great examples. The dresses that Janet and Ellen are wearing are actually from a designer right in Michigan, which is really cool to have somebody out of the Midwest. And these are from California, but 100% made in U.S.
That's a really good point because, every body is different, but there are certainly measurements and things that tend towards the U.S. by comparison to other places.
Sure, and even by regions in the U.S. depending on the demographic. And one of the other really fun things, and I've chosen some prints to kind of show off, are that a lot of smaller designers that are manufactured in the U.S. are actually, kind of a one-person artist clothing line. So these prints are not things that you're going to see mass produced. They're really unique and fun, and they kind of change every season, and that's something that you wouldn't necessarily see in some of the bigger lines.
Yeah, I love all 3 of these for different reasons and like different occasions, and I just think they're really cute.
Janet and Ellen's are really great too because they're cotton,
sandals.
but they go through a special silicone treatment, so they're really soft and they're pre-washed, they won't shrink, and I would say that's another advantage that you will find in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yours actually also comes in tanks and all kinds of dresses, and it's really breathable, so you can wear it in the summer, but it's warm enough in the winter, so there's a lot of advantages to the fabric quality.
About the fabric. Well, first of all, I love this color.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it.
ruching
But
too
I
on the
also,
sleeves.
but I also like this material because it's one of those sort of lower maintenance where like you can kind of travel with it and get away with maybe not steaming
Right,
it. Or,
and I would say, and it's not 100% and it really varies per line, but overall, generally speaking, the U.S. lines, you can really find some good quality fabrics, and they're going to have those little details a little more too sometimes from the smaller designers that make them really special and more flattering.
Sure. So does that mean like internationally made clothing is usually not as good of quality?
Not necessarily. We have a lot of London-based lines. We actually just picked up a great line from Australia, and they're fabulous as well. But I think it's good to know, educate yourself about what you're buying, ask questions. Our sales staff is really informed, and it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of interesting facts about where it comes from and how it's made and the difference. So
I know a criterion of yours personally as a dress shop owner is that the dresses are easy to wear. And Ellen, wouldn't you agree that this dress is extremely easy? You pull it on, there's no zippers, there's no buttons, nothing complicated. You can wear easily a bra underneath without worrying about.
And again, that's the quality
special
of them
things.
because it's a lot of pieces sewn together instead of trying to simplify the process, kind of in a larger manufacturing space.
Why do you think there aren't as many U.S. made clothing lines?
So that's actually a really good question. So it is more expensive, and again, I'm speaking in generality, so it's not every case, but it is more expensive sometimes to produce smaller quantities in the U.S., which is, I think, something people don't know. So when you do go to a store, that is kind of why you'll see a higher price sometimes. But I think it's good to know too, I think there's a connotation of what's made in the U.S. and the type of, and I really want to show too that there's actually some dressy dresses and things that you can wear to go out made here too, not just t-shirt companies.
And fabulous accessories, which Casey also carries at Maison Vue.
Yes, so all of our jewelry is handcrafted in the U.S. and it is mostly small designers, and I would say that the quality of those is usually higher as well, and just some really fun, unique stuff.
Yeah, you've got it all, and these guys are great over there. They will find you a dress. I'm 6 months pregnant. If Casey can find me a dress, she'll find you a dress. So go see her over in Hilldale at Maison Vue. We're going to be back. We're here at Reubens Our Lifestyle, and we'll be back with more Girl Talk after the break. Stick with us. Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are filming today at Reubens Our Lifestyle. We're going to talk about dining furniture a little bit later in the show. Right now, we're going to discuss a different topic. We are joined by some folks from Columbus Community Hospital, and we've got Emily Dilly, who's the Director of Marketing, and I'm so glad to see you again, Emily.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
And joining us also is Chris Kleppe, who is a family practice OB physician.
Thank you very much for
And we're
having us.
so glad to have you. So this is quite the topic. We're going to try and make a big topic, a big discussion in 5 minutes. We'll see if we can do it. But you have lots of family practice OB services that we're going to cover today and what exactly that means. But tell me about the OB program for starters at Columbus Community Hospital, and include a little bit, if you would, about water births, such an interesting topic.
Absolutely.
Talk a little bit about that and how many physicians you have that are actually delivering physicians.
Sure. So our services at Columbus are a little bit unique. We actually have most family practice physicians who are doing our OB care. We have a total of 5 physicians right now who are delivering at Columbus, 1 OB and 5 total physicians for being family practice. So of those, 2 do water births, which is kind of a unique little wrinkle that I think we're able to offer. And that is really picking up steam recently.
I believe it. You know, I've read a lot. Obviously, it's a topic that is on the front of my mind, but I've read a lot about water births, and it seems like it really is, I don't want to say trending when it comes to the medical field, but kind of is trending. People are looking more towards that. So that's great that you offer that.
It is, and we are one of the few facilities that do offer it even in the Madison area. I believe there's only one other hospital that offers that opportunity. So we have a much more personal feel to our facility, and we are able to still offer those high-tech, state-of-the-art services as well.
Wow, what an experience.
So can you tell us too a little bit more about the Prairie Ridge Health Clinic?
Sure. So Prairie Ridge Health Clinic is a clinic of the hospital. We have 2 locations, Beaver Dam and Columbus.
Oh, nice.
And so what's really interesting is in our hospital, so in Columbus, we do have a Dean clinic that's attached, we have a UW clinic that's attached, and we have our own Prairie Ridge Health Clinic, the Columbus location that's attached. And our physicians, whether they are Dean or UW or a part of the Prairie Ridge Health Clinic, the whole physician team treats themselves as one big family. So they all collaborate across. So for example, a mom, one of the family practice OBs might want to consult with another one because maybe the mom said, oh, I really want to try the water birth. So Dr. Kleppe might call Dr. Larson and say, okay, my mom is interested in the water birth. And so even though they're from different clinics, they are still working very closely together. And as a mom, you would never even realize that they aren't a part of the same actual group. Because at Columbus, we are all one family, one team.
I would like one thing that you said to me yesterday, Emily, is that, you know, when you're going through this process, you are kind of choosing these doctors when you come in and getting to know them. And it's really important, I think, as a mom and as a future mom, for some people to actually get to work with the doctor that you have been working with throughout the duration of your pregnancy, and you guys make a lot of effort to ensure that that happens and have a really impressive percentage of your actual physician doing your delivery. So that's important, I believe.
Yeah, you know, I think that's one really unique aspect that we're able to offer. You know, as a family practice doctor also doing OB, you know, I can follow through that whole process of the pregnancy with the mom. I can be there for delivery, and then I can take care of both the mom and baby after the delivery up until discharge.
That would be such a comfort. I like that a lot. Let's talk a little bit quickly. We're almost out of time. It goes so quick, but let's talk a little bit about the Orthopedic Excellence Program that is also at your Prairie Ridge Center.
Yes, so we have an Orthopedic Excellence Program in which it's wonderful. We have hips, knees, shoulders. We have anywhere from partial to complete revisions. We have Dr. Neeson and Dr. Koh as the orthopedic surgeons. They have wonderful records. We just had one of the physicians, one of the patients, his daughter was uncomfortable. The daughter was about 7, 8. She was uncomfortable with the dad going into the surgery, so the physician sat down, talked her through it. They gave her her own little walker, so as dad was doing the rehab, she was doing it right next to him. And those are the relationships that we really focus on and try to build at the facility, not just as team, but it's from the physician all the way down to the nursing team, all the way down to housekeeping and administration, business offices. Everybody works together, and we are very flat. We like to all work as one team rather than different levels.
Yeah, that's so important that you all have that understanding among the team and that you're able to offer that personalized care that can be more challenging at maybe a busier downtown location. So often I think folks feel like it's worth the drive for those services. So.
It is. We're so close to Sun Prairie and the east side of Madison, and we often have fewer wait times, and we are able to coordinate that a little more smoothly than some bigger facilities. So
really great.
We give free tours too, so we always encourage people to come in, take a look, check it out. We encourage just calling and asking questions. We accept so many different insurances as well because we do work with so many different practices. So
that's another topic we could get on for a long time. We're talking insurance, right? We'll have to have you guys back. We'll talk insurance. But thank you very much for sharing. Emily Dilly, Director of Marketing for Columbus Community Hospital, and Dr. Kleppe with Family Practice OB Services. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're going to be back with more Girl Talk after the break. Stay right there.
And welcome back to Girl Talk. We've been filming all of our segments today at Reubens Our Lifestyle Furniture. It's on the west side of Madison here on Whitney Way. We finally got the manager with us. This is Adam White. Thanks for sitting in with us here.
My pleasure. It's nice to have you here.
What are we talking about today, Adam?
Today we'd like to talk about dining furniture. Reubens is running 10% off all dining the month of June. So we just wanted to kind of touch base and talk a little about the different aspects of dining furniture.
Sounds good. We've all been admiring this table. I know you can't see it real well maybe on the camera, but this was, it's got some embellishments that have been really attracting our attention.
It's mine, Jen.
Sorry, I touched Elise's table.
This one's mine.
I wanted to mention too, because we had this conversation sort of off camera, but I think a lot of people think about dining furniture in the months leading into Thanksgiving and some of the holidays, right? Because that's when you're entertaining and all of those sorts of things. But think ahead, because this is really a great time to shop for dining furniture because it's all on sale and you're not competing with all those other shoppers.
Yeah, but also what a great time to bring it into your home. There's no snow, it's nice and warm, just get it in there.
Yeah.
You must be in touch with our warehouse people.
Yeah.
I like to think
Elise
about
is
all
hired. You can find Elise here at Reubens Furniture. No, I'm just teasing.
Okay, so we've sat at a couple different dining room tables here, specifically at Our Lifestyle, and they've all been kind of large, kind of the same size. Do they come in different sizes?
They
Can
do.
you make them bigger?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So there are quite a few different sizes available, but a lot of the tables we carry also do come with leaves, many of which will actually be housed right inside the table.
Right.
So you don't have to find a closet or something like that to store them in.
It's its own storage.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
is great, especially I come from a very large family, and we would hold the dinner parties at our house, and to extend that out was created a whole different atmosphere, but it was also very easy for everyone.
Yep. Yeah, the whole idea with a lot of these tables really is that it's easy for one person to do.
Oh, you can do it by yourself?
You can, yep, absolutely.
I thought it was a team sport where one of you holds one end, the other holds the other end.
It certainly can be. Yes.
Has it come a long ways? I think of it like what Jessa was saying. It was kind of a process.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
it's
there have
improved?
definitely been some clever engineering that now allows you to really do a lot of this by yourself, and the leaves aren't really heavy and cumbersome. So
Right.
yeah, it's much easier than it used
We've
to be.
come a long way here at Reubens. You can find some easier methods. You don't need a team or a big family to come
That's right.
early and help you set up. Let's talk a little bit about material. So obviously this is a wood table. It is absolutely stunning. This wood grain is beautiful, and some of these details like Elise had mentioned. But what other materials are available for a
Sure.
dining table?
Well, this is actually, I would like to point out, this is what they call a live edge table. I'm not sure if you can really read that, but if you can see the table here does not have a completely clean 90-degree cut. It is more of an organic
Oh,
cut.
I see what you're
so
saying.
every one of these is unique. And we've been doing really well with these tables. I really like them as far as they really give you a little more of a unique table than just a cookie cutter
Absolutely.
piece. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's appealing.
Happy with that? No, it's funny because now that you say it, that's actually one of my favorite things about the table. I didn't, pay it a whole lot of attention until you mentioned it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
this
once
sort of
you
unique
see it, you
design.
can't unsee it.
Right.
It's one of those.
Yeah,
yes.
it's beautiful to have
Right.
that unique element.
Well, at any rate, they do make tables in a lot of different materials. We do tend to deal primarily with wood at this location. Our downtown store on Wilson Street does deal a little more with glass, travertine, melamine. There are quite a few different materials.
But you can order them too, right?
Oh,
And that's the
absolutely.
thing. I'm glad you
Yeah.
circled back to the question because I got so distracted by
That's
the
quite-
beautiful edge
quite
that
all right.
I'd forgotten I asked the question. But yes, so that's great. So you can certainly get to other materials.
You can.
Order other materials.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Speaking of that, Adam, what do you recommend, or what are your thoughts on wood versus glass for care, maintenance,
Good
cleaning?
question. Yes, glass is definitely harder to mar. It's going to hold up better, but it requires a little more daily sort of, fingerprints, dust are going to show up a lot more on glass. So it requires a little more upkeep that way. But if you
You've
have
got kids at home, you're wiping that table daily anyway. So.
exactly,
Or putting a
exactly.
tablecloth over it.
Right.
Yeah.
And wood can be refinished. It will ultimately probably has a little more staying power. But they each kind of have their own benefits.
Yeah, it's different because, you know, I like the warmth of wood. I like the durability and clean, sort of clean look of glass.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
what
Very
to do?
different.
I'm taking a poll. No, it's easy. But
So
yeah.
moving on to maybe other areas, not only in your home, but maybe even in your kitchen. Do you have bars? Do you have bar stools? Do they come in glass? And
Yes,
wood, just
yes,
like this?
yes. We do get asked that a lot. And yes, we do. We absolutely carry bar stools. We carry bars. We carry bar height tables that have become very popular, I'd say, the last 3-4 years for
Yeah.
home theater type environments and
Okay.
that kind of thing.
Sure.
So.
I can see that.
Okay, so we did talk about ordering a little bit, but obviously since that is such a big part of the process, you know, if you're really able to customize, can you order? I mean,
You can.
How long does it take in
You
terms
can.
of all of those
Generally
items?
speaking, it's around, I'd say 4 to 8 weeks, depending on the company. But yes, you absolutely can order 4 to 8 week lead time, and we'll get it right out and stick it right in your home for you. So.
Wow, so as Elise was saying, maybe think ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you do have an upcoming event, right?
Well, I was just thinking that I need to buy a house so I can start getting grown-up tables like this in my kitchen.
At one point, I saw you give the table a hug, so I think Elise likes this one.
She needs a house for her table.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Is the way it's coming down.
Okay,
That's sort of reverse thinking, but I like where your head is. That's how great it is.
Well,
Well, you
they-
guys have such wonderful, beautiful pieces
I know,
here.
it's
fun
just
to
so
come and shop.
inspiring. Every time that we're here, I just want to decorate something or bring something home with me.
And buy a house.
Yeah, well, I need that first.
Adam might not be able to help you with that part, but everything that goes inside.
That's right. That's right.
Alrighty, so Adam, the dining sale is 10% off all your dining furniture for the month of June.
You got it.
All right,
Yep.
there you have it. All right.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Well, thanks again, Adam, for having us here today. Thanks to all of our guests and from us at Channel 57. Thanks for watching Girl Talk. We'll see you next time.